Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Cup of Dusk. My name is Roy. Where's the echo coming from? Oh, Twitch decided to unmute itself. Yeah, Twitch decided to unmute itself.
Twitch has been great. I reconnected to my own chat 5 times today.
Gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Like I said, my name is Roy. I'm a Bundy barista VTuber specializing in voice acting and housing this cafe called the Cup of Dusk, where I bring in various YouTubers from around the night. We do a little improv sketch comedy. But more importantly, tonight I have Kyoslilmonster with me.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Long time no see, buddy.
It has in fact been a minute since we have seen each other in the flesh. In outside of the VTuber space, it's specifically Discord.
Yeah. Pandemic life, am I right?
It do be like that. We are coming on year 3 of the pandemic.
I'm over it.
I think all of us are, honestly. I think I do have a little bit of an echo coming through you too.
Yep, let me adjust. I'm actually going to swap over to some old school tech really quick.
Old school tech! You guys heard it here first. Hello, Wody! Hello, Don't. Hello, Sharky. Ace of Beasts. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be discussing a lot of fun topics tonight. See, Kyos and I go way back. For those of you that don't know, Kyos was actually one of the big reasons why I initially got into VTubing because, you know, I watched them actually get into VTubing first, and I was like, huh, what is this? It is a fun story, but we'll be able to talk to you about not only our history with VTubing, our history as speedrunners, and how we became friends. It's going to be a blast, so stick around. You good to go?
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay.
I just did the simple trick of, oh, maybe I should just throw this on headphones instead of having to manage audio on my side.
Makes sense. I can see that.
Simple solutions.
Modern problems call for modern solutions, after all.
Yep. Normally that's the best way to do it.
Yes, absolutely. Look at these cuties. You're goddamn right. Hello. Oh, you have a thinking emoji? Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I don't get to use like most of my toggles most of the time because I'm like busy speedrunning unless like anyone in my community activates them.
No, I get you. I definitely get you. I feel like it's a struggle that a lot of VTubers actually end up doing. Even more so recently. It's been more so just what you can do with your face. So like, you know, expressions and eyes and like your eyebrows and being able to do different things with that. VBridger really has made VTubing come a long way with facial recognition.
Also like finally, like Android definitely caught up too with additions to stuff like VBridger as well. I know for a while it was like, oh, you can use an iPhone and then like maybe ARKit if you're on the 3D side, but like I think a lot of it has come down to riggers and animators being able to work outside the bounds. Especially with live 2D, like them taking a very, very direct role in interacting with creators. Because like they're giving out awards, they're pinning tweets, they're working with people that are like really at the forefront of this stuff very openly, which is generally kind of almost unheard of with like software development companies.
Yeah, I would say VTube Studio is definitely the one at the forefront of that the most, and it's probably why we've seen so much growth in 2D VTubing within the past year or so, because there's been so many updates to VTube Studio itself.
Oh yeah, like constantly. And just the amount of parameters you can do with live 2D cubism anymore, it's absurd.
It is quite crazy, almost as crazy as the 11 months of support from Ruby Dead Queen. Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic night. Thank you so much for the support. So, I mentioned as the stream was starting that you and I have a pretty colorful history in the sense that we've known each other for, what is it now?
Years?
5 years? 6 years?
I think it's 5 years. Let me, because I can answer this. I just have to check when my account was created.
Is that? Well, mine was made back in 2017, so.
Yeah, so mine was around then. I did a year of 12, year of 15, then it was .hack. So I want to say 2018. So it should be coming up on 5 years.
Coming up on 5 years. Yeah. Secret best friends. I mean, we have known each other for 5 years. And like I said before, Kyos was actually a huge reason as to why I got into VTubing in the first place. Because Kyos, you started VTubing, what, like right as the pandemic started?
Yeah, it was like really super early into it. Like, I think like, I'll put it this way. At the time, like, we know, like, we're the male VTuber shit. Like, everybody hears that joke once a week. Like,
Always.
literally, like, when I started, it was like, I had to go to, like, find people that would actually make a male model. Because it was like, no one was, like, interested. And it was like, nah, we only do, like, females. Because, like, why would you want a model? So I want to say, like, probably... I want to say like March 2020, I want to say.
March
it was
2020.
Like yeah, it was like right around when the pandemic started. Because like I just did like a whole overhaul of the channel. I stopped running near. I stopped being a shit dick. Got my life together in some sense of the word.
I would agree with that. I mean, like, I remember watching you when you transitioned into VTubing. And I was very much like, hey, what is this? And then I think I didn't get into it until after this model of yours came out.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, at first I was in it for the novelty, but it's such a good comfort. Like, I am wearing an indeterminate amount of clothes. I'm like sprawled across my chair like a layabout. My partner's behind me. They're playing Elden Ring, but they're not wearing pants. And it's like, I don't have to worry about it, you know? There's just such a comfort. Like, and I know, especially for like I hear it from females a lot, like, you know, I don't have to wear makeup. I don't have to like worry about wardrobe malfunctions, but like, honestly, same for me. I don't have to like worry about what I look like. My favorite question I don't have to hear, you look so tired.
Oh my God.
Why you look so tired. Are you okay?
Oh my God. Yeah.
All day.
All day. I unfortunately do remember hearing that in your streams a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
and
very
I mean,
often.
For anyone that streams though, like, it's such a downer to have someone come in and be like, hey, you're not looking 100% attractive today. I just wanted to let you know. Like, thanks, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I really wanted to hear that. You know, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate the compliment, bro. Oh yeah, that God. Too. People used to come into my channel just to watch like Netflix I had on in the background because the way God. Like our rooms. Dude, people would like literally like random people would come in and be like, hey, can you put that episode back on? I had to step away for 15 minutes. Like entirely unironically. Like,
oh my goodness.
Oh God, dude, it was awful.
Well,
but yeah, VTubing's great.
So VTubing, obviously great, but you and I started getting to know each other and working with each other before VTubing was even really a thing. And I heard you mention it, you know, the amazing franchise that it is, .hack.
Yep. .hack. Shouldn't be $300 for the last game.
You're absolutely right. There should be an HD collection on Steam.
You know what? It wouldn't be that bad. It's a question of source code and who is that still in Bandai Namco?
Bandai Namco owns everything .hack related. CyberConnect 2 has often said that they want to do an HD collection, but Bandai Namco has said that it won't make them money.
Wait, you mean the same people that still won't port Bloodborne to PC?
I don't know if it's them.
No, that's actually Sony.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Sony.
That's Sony.
Yeah.
No, that's weird. Bandai Namco has been really weird about a lot of stuff like that previously, though, because I think at one point they owned or published Xenosaga, but also kind of worked on Xenoblade. Like, it's so weird, like the stuff that Bandai Namco owns, but like doesn't retain control of it properly. No.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's some weird stuff like that in games all the time, with rights and permissions and, you know, how
who
games
actually
go.
owns it.
Yeah, like it happened with House of the Dead when they ported that and they did the HD like remaster. They didn't have any of the original voice acting or music because technically they didn't own it anymore. And I'm like, how do you not? Like, you created this game. It was an original IP. Like,
I mean, it happens though. Like, I mean, we've seen it a bunch of times. Kingdom Hearts had its source code deleted by accident.
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII had the same.
Yep.
I know it's happened more to Square Enix games. I'm just like, know off the top of my head that those two have been like, that's just happened. Like, it literally happens.
Oh yeah.
It's by the way, reminder ridiculous. To everyone, back up your data. Like, you can get 100 gigabytes for free on the Google Drive. Just back up your important stuff. Roy, when's the last time you backed up your OBS?
I don't, but I also do browser-based sources, so like everything's backed up on Stream Elements.
Cool, perfect.
So I can grab everything super easy. But speaking of super easy, it is super easy for you all to be here, and I do appreciate that. Thank you all for being here tonight. I do Greatly appreciate you. Jungos, hi, hello, Hollow Raptor, Mr. Dunkle. Kyos, I see you there. Hello.
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 No,
So,
streamer, notice me.
Listen, I'm noticing. I'm noticing right now. What do you want from me? Huh?
More sippies.
More sippies. Got it. Understood. Now, we're talking about speedrunning and how things transition from there, but also thanking Larry for the 43 months of support. Damn.
I have to go see Larry. I actually get to see Larry in 2 days.
Hey!
Finally. I get to give him his Christmas presents from 2019.
Yes!
Yes!
We love it. Well, that sounds great. I hope that goes really well for you.
Should be a good time.
Hell yeah. But we were talking about speedrunning, obviously with .hack, and how you and I kind of met through .hack speedrunning. And do you want to retell the story kind of how we met, and then I'll kind of like fill in the pieces and we'll go from there?
Yeah. So at least as I remember it, Roy's going to have to fill in a lot of these pieces.
Roy, shouldn't you be behind the counter and serving you naughty bun?
Listen, I can be as naughty as I want, okay? As many people have pointed out to me based on the art that I've been posting in the direction that Roy 3.0 is going, I am in my femboyanization arc or my slut era, and I am going hard. I can do whatever I want.
Y'all can blame me for that one.
You can blame Kyos. He's been a good bad influence. There we go. How I Met Your Speedrunner. We love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was coming off of running Final Fantasy 15 at RPG Limit Break, and I think this would be what, 2018?
Yeah, it would have been 2018 if we had
2018.
not met yet. So
yeah, so it was 2018, and a bunch of my friends at who I was running with at the time, they're like, hey, we should pick up this game .hack Infection and learn the run and submit it as like a 3-person race. And I was like, all right, yo, I'll do it. Like, well, I'll continue running 15, because like I got partner, and then it was like I didn't want to like work myself to the bone over that game yet. And I was like, all right, guys, I got it. Y'all gonna run with me? And they're like, what? And I was like, well, fuck it, I'll do it myself. I will do it myself.
Fine.
Then.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. And it ended up that we kind of crossed paths because you were running it at the time. I think mainly like the active community was you, Mumu, and Sinri.
Yep.
And I ended up running .hack with 2 of my other friends. They weren't friends yet. So that kind of worked out.
Yeah, .hack was a crazy time because, like, for me, I transitioned into .hack from speedrunning Resident Evil because I was doing RE2 original because I was just trying to get into speedrunning at the time.
Yep.
And I saw Maxi Lobes speedrunning the .hack GU remake or remaster, whatever they want to call them.
because it came out on the PS4. I remember that because I grabbed it and I was like, oh, this is going to be a really cool game. And then I don't think it ever got routed past cheat %, if I recall.
So it did, but it's like people did not grind it as much because like cheat mode was so much more fun because it's just hey, go, and you can strategize everything and you don't have to worry about grinding because like literally part of the original run for GU Rebirth at least was like a half hour of grinding chim chims, so you're just running around in a circle like hitting the things for the spheres so you could open doors.
God, I hated that.
Yeah, it was really stupid. It was really
You know what? I'd take anything over core grinding, though, dude. I would literally run 4 hours of prologue % over fucking B core grinds. I do not want to talk about... You know what? You mentioned boundaries earlier. I don't want to fucking talk about B core
We're talking about B cores. I don't care.
It will hurt you.
No, you won't. Because I'll bring up the old memories. So don't do it!
Of the tip touching?
No, I mean, we could do that later, but that comes after dark. That comes after dark.
Okay.
After dark. After dark.
I forgot. Watershed. My bad.
Whatever that means. Regardless, .hack was an interesting endeavor, going from GU to the original series, and at least before you showed up in the scene, it was Moo and God, who was the owner? Because Sinri was running it, but there was one more, and I'm blanking on their name.
Oh God, yeah, because they made it up the leaderboards pretty quick, and their leaderboard split was their speed run or live split was kite riding something into the door. You know, I'm gonna pull it up.
A grunty.
Yes, grunty. Oh God, I feel so bad.
I feel bad because I haven't talked to them in like a millennia. You know, like Sinri, I still talk to sometimes.
Like they ran it and then just disappeared. Like they got a really good time there and just like.
To be fair, we also transitioned away from .hack as soon as we got good times.
Yeah, oh my God, that game will chew you up and spit you out.
Yes, it will. As
I went on the bigger and better thing.
I mean, technically, I did too.
Pepin.
Oh no, I'm thinking of like the people that were with Moo and I
before you. Finzigo?
Yeah, Finn. There we go.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. Because like for a while it was Finn, Moo, and I were like trading world records. Like I think there was like a 2-week period where we swapped record like 6 times.
Look, I got my sub 150. That's good enough for me, dude.
.hack.
It's the saddest leaderboard. Last submitted run was 2 years ago by you.
Yeah, I think it was the world record run where I got up and like threw stuff, and I was like crying because I was so excited. I literally had like the god RNG. I think I only had like 1 not B core drain, but still somehow had enough money to complete the run. Like it was disgusting, you know. Yeah. That was crazy. Speedrunning is definitely one of those hobbies or those activities or those lifestyles that you have to have that mental fortitude to fail a lot. Yeah. And
you will eat a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, you do. Now, speaking of eating a lot of shit.
Yes. I eat ass. Thank you for asking.
Good. Listen, I had to make sure because, you know, are you from Tennessee? Because I eat ass. You know. I had to make sure. But regardless, so you being a speedrunner and then transitioning into VTubing is not something that's super common in the VTubing sphere. See, I myself dropped speedrunning when I moved into you know, VTubing. Is there a reason why you still do it now? Have you thought about moving on from it? Is there something within speedrunning that even made you want to move into VTubing? To give us a little insight on that regard.
A lot of it was it's just a really handy utility, to be honest, like I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Thanks for buying a cup.
Oh.
Hey. Oh my God, I'm gonna butcher your name. Acrovex, thanks you so much for the sub. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for buying a cup of coffee.
Man, imagine showing up in Roy's chat and not delivering me a bingus. Where is the bingus?
That's a good question. Who knows? The world may never know.
Listen, if I had my druthers, I would also like to lay around and eat yogurt all day.
Understandable.
But for me, like I mentioned previously, like there was just like a lot of focus, and like around that time I really was just, I had gone into a really shitty place. I was speedrunning Nier Automata. I love it. It's a great game.
I remember the Nier days.
I love that speedrun. The community is like, without a doubt, some of the wildest people you will ever interact with.
For sure.
But oh my God, dude, the amount of salt and just misery I had was like literally affecting me as a person and like my attitude and my appearance. And I was like, you know what? I gotta get a fresh start. I gotta move away from this game. I gotta have people focus on my content more than like my physical appearance or the TV in the background or what my wife is watching. And it's like, you know what? This is a great way to still have accurate representation, because a lot of the time with speedrunning, I like to be incredibly transparent. When I can use it or it makes sense, I'll have like an input display, you know, interactive timers and stuff like that, which really lends to the authenticity and easier verification of runs. Especially with PC, it's like super, you know, it's not super difficult, but it's not super easy to guarantee that everything is, you know, 100% legit. Like we have that a lot of the time. There was, you know, a bunch of drama over spliced runs and cheating and stuff. So anything you can lend to the authenticity is good. So I didn't want to like fully remove myself from still doing speed runs, but this is a great way to be like, hey, there's a real person doing this. It's not spliced. It's all live. Like, it's legit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
but go ahead.
So with the authenticity, did that lead you into wanting to do VTubing, like when you first saw it coming around? Because like I said, and like we talked about it right at the beginning of the stream, you're one of the very early adopters of VTubing. Back in, you said March of 2020 was when you got your first model.
Should be like March, right around then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was still pretty early on, even though that like sounds like, oh, that's 2 years ago. It's almost 3 now.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
In internet terms, it may as well have been back when we were using Windows 98.
I mean, a whole new Windows version has come out in that meantime.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Bunny Rinshawn. Welcome in. And Radia, hello.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Radia?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's dope.
I'm wondering how you guys know each
other. I'm gonna guess Poppy, because that normally tends to be like my common link with people.
Makes sense. Because like I feel like you and I kind of like ran into each other again because of Poppy. Because there was definitely a period where like I think it was after I moved away from the East Coast that we kind of like, you know, we were doing our own things.
Yep, and our time slots were way different.
Yes.
Like I also like during that time period, I also started a new job, so I wasn't up as late as I used to be. And just like nothing kind of worked out.
But it worked out in the end.
You know what's whack? I got a great story for you. This is completely non sequitur.
No, do it.
This is a good story for you.
Hit me.
I don't use like Facebook for anything. I have it basically for my like parents and grandparents because like boomers. And I got a Facebook message today, and it's from one of my acquaintances, Kyler, back from like my rave scene days. I got a Facebook message from Kyler today. And I haven't talked to this person or seen them in like 6 or 7 years. The last time I went to a festival. And they're like, hey. Do you know? Yeah, hey. I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
I was about to say, this is like leading in like slow. I'm like, damn, do they like want to sell you drugs or something? Like, what's going on?
But no. So like they live in Texas, and they're like, hey, do you know someone by the name of Ghoul02? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Why? They're like,
Cool.
Oh, they said they know you. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's kind of cool. And did you tell them that you've technically known me longer?
Oh, damn, they got you with it.
Oh. But yeah, it's just like weird. Like someone halfway across the country knew me through Twitch. Like the Poppy funnel. Like it's so weird. Like how small this community really is. Like when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There have been so many people that I've reconnected with or even just talked to, and I didn't realize like they knew each other. Poppy was definitely where I ran into you again. I don't know if Poppy's how I met Radia, but Radia and I actually met in person at MagFest.
Yes.
This past, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 3 weeks ago. So,
I told her specifically to bully you.
I don't think that happened. I did get sick though, so the con bullied me.
Yeah, con crud.
Yeah, con crud destroyed me. Like, we talked about this, and I told Radia, I think like a couple days later, but like we were planning on going to like a party together, and it was the last night-ish of the con. You know, it's like Saturday, even though Sunday technically is the last day. Saturday night's like the real last night.
Yeah, everyone throws down hard on Saturday nights because you got to pack your shit up and get out.
Exactly.
Sunday.
But like Saturday night, I want to say like 7 or 8 p.m. I got hit with it. So I got hit with it like a solid day early, and I was miserable. I went to bed. I was like, I don't want to deal with anything. I had such a bad fever. I was hallucinating. It was bad. But I did get to hang out with Radia when I still felt well and I wasn't sick, so that was good.
I didn't cough on her. I was a nice guy.
I didn't. I had a mask on and everything.
Yeah, you just stay over there, buddy.
Yeah. I'll stay over here. Don't worry. Here. How about this? Oh, you know what? I just realized I never turned back on you know, my chat or anything.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn stuff back on. Where is it?
Oh, hey, chat's here.
Hey,
Oh, hey.
hi chat.
Hey.
I totally didn't forget to turn you back on from when we were taking a picture to advertise the stream. No way.
No, wouldn't be.
No,
I definitely
absolutely.
didn't post it like a hostage scenario.
Kai, listen, you don't have to vine boom me, okay? Don't wow me. Okay, listen, I am a professional streamer. I work my ass off on the regular to put on okay, acceptable, less than mediocre content for you all, and sometimes make jokes about genitals. But regardless, I work very. I don't know where I was going with that.
I mean, I don't know. It's better than me, dude. I got. Here's a fun one. A year of speedrunning Nier Automata. Do you know what my average run length was?
10 minutes. 5 minutes.
8 minutes. 21 seconds.
Oh,
And I convinced people to watch that for a year.
that's bad.
Yeah,
To be
awful.
fair,
That's
Nier
just
did hit like because it wasn't super popular when it came out, and then like all of a sudden a year later, everyone was playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely hit it at that right time of popularity.
Yep.
Yeah, you were smart about it with that. But for that same reason, I'm still kind of like, why are you still running 15?
There's a new category.
No.
There's all sorts of advancements and stuff. So the quote unquote what I guess would be considered any percent run, which normally any percent is like start to finish, easiest, whatever goes. It changes from category to category.
For sure.
The Titanfall 2 speedrun is really freaking precise. If you haven't watched Tomato Anus's video with Byronado breaking down that run, I would highly recommend it. It's like an hour, but oh my god, it's so good.
It's just talking about speedrunning and tech and how runs go and things like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of good people that break speedruns down. We can toss that. Where was I? I just did one of those. 15. So
yeah, why are you still running 15 specifically?
One, I have it for a marathon, and two, it's just fun. It's like honestly really fun. With some of the new tech, the run's only an hour and a half now.
Hey, that's actually super dope.
Yeah.
Dang.
Plus, you just entirely destroy the entire game engine. Like we start the game, we skip a bunch of locked doors, grab a chocobo, teleport back, and then literally bust out of bounds and swim all the way back to Insomnia.
You gotta love out of bounds swimming. It's like Sekiro.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. As a frequent runner, it's pretty fun to watch. For Nier, or for FF15, or for Titanfall 2. Been a couple games thrown around, you know?
Yep. Nier Out of Bounds is really freaking neat. And most of the Souls stuff is really cool. Like both of those have kind of similar Out of Bounds tech where you're kind of walking on invisible floors and straddling lips. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, FF7's similar-ish.
Yeah, FF7 had Out of Bounds too.
It did until whatever it was called came out. Whatever the PS5 version was.
Interlude?
Interlude, there we go. I couldn't remember what the upgrade. Because, so for those of you that don't know, well, obviously remake. So for those of you that don't know, I was also a speedrunner. And outside of .hack, which I did for a long time consider my main game because, you know, I put so much time into it.
You did? You put a crap ton of time into 7R.
Yeah, I was going to say, but 7R, I put in, I think in the realm of 800 to 900 hours in my history of running it.
Sounds right.
Yeah, but like, so I was one of the top speedrunners for FF7 Remake, and it unfortunately it was also one of the reasons why I retired from speedrunning.
It was that run in particular. That's one of the, like, I say, like, I'll never go back to 12. I'll never go back to Nier, but like, given the right circumstances, time, money, energy, like those are all on the table. 7R, for some reason, like, I don't want to. I don't want to go back to that. Like, there was something about that run that specifically made it incredibly punishing. And I think it's just because of the length plus the complexity of like the out of bounds stuff. And if you goof the out of bounds stuff, you're
It's so funny too, because the out of bounds stuff eventually got way easier and like way better. And yes, my last face cam stream was the Yuffie cosplay stream where I played the Yuffie DLC. But like I don't know if I can ever go back to FF7 remake specifically, just because and I can tell like this exact story too. And Wody can probably attest to it. I'm sure you can kind of feel it too. So I remember there was a point where when I was speedrunning FF7 Remake, I had the 4 main category world records for any percent easy, any percent normal, no major glitches easy, and no major glitches normal. And I had all 4 of them simultaneously
And life was grand.
No, life was terrible.
Yeah, Cat's like, hey, I found a new skip, and you're like, fuck.
Because it was constantly like that, because it was that was what like at the game's like the height of its competitiveness. And Close to War had not like set in motion FF7 Remake yet. He was still kind of like learning and routing things.
Dude, fucking Vinny.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Vinny is, oh my god, dude. I would hands down put Vinny, like, if we're making a list of top speedrunners, like, there's something about Vinny that is pure magic. Like, people give me shit for streaming as much as I do. Y'all don't even with Close to War getting what I'll still remember it. It has been streaming like already 10 hours. I think it's like 15 hours into his stream. He finishes a Final Fantasy X PS2 run, and like it's like a 10:05. He's like, yeah, this run sucks. I'm gonna do another one, and just launches immediately into another fucking 10-hour run. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yup. That is definitely how he did. But so there was a point where he wasn't like super into FF7 Remake yet. Like he was still like testing things, and he was very much part of the routing, like from the get-go, especially for no major glitches normal, because he did not care about the skips. He just wanted to run the game. Yeah. And I was like, hey, I totally get you. But like that like month period where I was maintaining the world records in all 4 of those categories, my mental health was never lower.
Yeah.
And
no, it's tough. Like I've talked about that on stream and had certain people get upset about it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But like world record, that shit, if you let it get to you, will fucking eat you up and make you miserable. Like I had to let go of 15 for a while and just like come back to it, and then I was like, you know what, I've been running, I've been having fun, let's see if I can get world record, and put in like 3 months worth of grinding and got them both, and it's like, cool, I did it. Do I care if someone knocks me off tomorrow? Nah, I'll probably run it a little competitively, see if I can do it, but I'm not putting my ass on the line for that shit. It's only a game. Yeah. Why you have to be mid?
So that's how I felt, because and I think you understand this. I don't know if Wody might, because like I think I explained some of this stuff to Wody as I was going through it, but me coming into FF7 Remake, there was a lot of like, man, who is this guy? Like I've never seen, you know, Roy before. What does he run? Oh, .hack, Resident Evil, like whatever. And like I was a nobody. And coming into FF7 Remake and fighting with like the big dogs, essentially, I got a lot of people coming into my chat very regularly, or even in the Discord for FF7 Remake, that were like talking shit to my face.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help.
To be honest, I'll be honest with you. The main part of the problem with that and why it exists is, what was the name of the game again?
FF7 Remake?
FF7, there you go. People get defensive about it, dude.
I mean, I guess it's just, oh man, it just didn't help that like maintaining that, and like anytime I'd make a mistake, it felt like somebody was like ready to like make fun of me, or you know, I was like struggling mentally because I was trying to maintain all the records, and it would be like everyone was looking at me or commenting about stuff in the Discord, and it just
that's not a community. That's just a pack mentality. Like literally for OG FF7 for a while there was like a secret Discord of just like the top 5 runners that were like hiding speed tech. Wody said, it's a pretty shady history surrounding that game in terms of speed running.
Not to mention the stuff that happened with GDQ. I don't want to go too much into it, but you remember, right?
Trust me, I still am dealing with some of the backlash from that.
Oh my god, it's oh my goodness. But I am glad that you and I got to eventually run GDQ, which was definitely an amazing experience.
This is a disclaimer. Not all of the Final Fantasy VII speedrunners are terrible people. There are some incredibly generous and wonderful people in that community.
Absolutely.
That Roy and I have both spent a lot of time with.
Yes, very much so.
There are a few few that aren't so great, and unfortunately, that gives you know how it is. One rotten apple spoils the bunch.
Yes, yeah, and like what Wody said, the community definitely has a notorious side, and unfortunately, I let it get to me significantly more than I should have, as well as I did the pressure, and I made that clean break from speedrunning and jumped right into VTubing, and I have not looked back.
It's one of those things, like, and in the grander sense of content creation, like, if you're not doing what makes you happy, you're not going to be giving your best content, period.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, and I look at that a lot, and I've started, like, gotten to the point where I've been, like, taking a few paid sponsorships, which is really cool. It's something I've always wanted to try and do.
Absolutely,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm incredibly selective with it. Like, if someone's like, hey, you want to play this game? And it's like, no. Like, I don't even bother with it. Like, unless I have any sort of excitement about it, I'm not gonna do it, because I'm not gonna give, like, my best performance. I'm not gonna be engaged with it. I'm not going to be excited about doing it, and that really shows. So, like, if you got burned out on speedrunning and wanted to do this instead, you did, and, like, that's why you're successful at it, because you're excited in doing it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's also part of the reason why I'm changing again, because even though I am very happy with how I look now and a lot of the appearance of things, there are some things I would like to change that I know I've talked to you a little bit about.
You want that fat bussy, huh?
Okay, listen. In not so many words, yes, the fat bussy would be nice.
Did you do your squats?
I mean, well, yesterday I just did cardio, so...
Fucking cardio sucks.
I know, it was like, I only did like a short one because it was like my first day getting into it, but today I'm gonna be working out after stream, and it's gonna be nights of working out instead of waking up early, because I'm just a night owl. Like, I mean, I don't function
to be honest,
in the morning.
Dude, I do stuff better at the end of the night. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I have a set bedtime, but there are some... Ah, Femboy Bussy is here.
Hey!
We found him. Hey!
Yes, they were here the other night. Oh, welcome back, Femboy Bussy. We're glad to have you here. Yes, we're talking about my upgrade into Roy 3.0 of having the biggest bussy around.
I gotta say, shout outs to someone who followed and never said a damn thing in my chat, but there's a Twitch user with the name Femboy Sniffer.
Oh my god.
Wherever you are, great.
Oh my god.
I want them to release like a master document of like which femboy VTuber they think smells the best.
That would be funny. That would absolutely be amazing. Excellent names. I think one of my favorite ones was there's Bibbidi Bobbidi Bussy. That's a good one. There's VTubular Butt Milk. Yeah, that's a really good one. And they're active too. VTuber Butt Milk shows up all the freaking time. Like they're just an amazing person.
I've not had the pleasure yet.
Yeah, Bussy Fajitas. Yeah. I think they said to pronounce it fajitas as well, not fajitas.
Oh, that's perfect. That is. He needs some milk.
Oh my god, we all need some milk, if you know what I mean.
I have actually some really good coconut milk in the fridge if you're interested.
Do you have regular milk?
No, I only have heavy whipping cream currently.
I gotta go.
I don't regular milk too often, but the heavy whipping cream comes in handy for cooking and baking.
All right, you know what? We'll take that. We'll take whipping cream.
Yeah, I got something you can whip and cream.
Sheesh! What am I? What am I whipping? I'm usually the one getting whipped. I'm so confused here.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
sometimes you got to put the shoes on the other feet.
You know what? Absolutely
Sharky,
true.
Sharky, you are an adult. You keep telling me how old you are. Do you have a boomer emote though, Sharky? No, you don't. But you know who does? Me.
Oh no. Wait, what emote is that? It's just Boomer.
Yeah. Listen, it's me embracing my inner Korean grandmother.
I love it. It's absolutely perfect. It's everything that we needed. So aside from speedrunning with VTubing, has there been anything that you have been pursuing recently? Because I know, and this might delve into you a little bit more personally, but I know it's something that you've been actively discussing on Twitter. I know something that has been really good for you on VTubing has been your own identity and gender and sexuality exploration. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely can. So, I mean, you and I are both part of the Alphabet Army.
Yes, we are.
The Rainbow Mafia.
The Rainbow Mafia! I love it.
What's up? Oh, you found it? But I think the big thing for me was just really kind of what everyone went through. I mean, we went from having to worry about work and going out and about to our daily lives to 3 years ago, everything just like crashing to a fucking halt and being kind of forced to live with ourselves for, an indefinite period of time. And I think that was like a big turning point for me to like figure out that, maybe I already know I'm not the straightest person alive, but like how I identify and like what my outward appearance wants to be and what makes me feel good when people identify me. And I think like slipping into that kind of almost gender fluid, femboy, non-binary space is just a lot more comfortable for me. And like along the way, I've met a lot of people. Like one of our good friends, Alfina, they started delving into their expression. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to stop running from shit. And I got exposed to Willow, and that's always a trip. If you've never experienced a Willow stream,
oh, I don't think I have.
Oh, Willow is a fabulous trans and gender and sexuality educator.
Oh,
she streams pretty late at night, like later than me on the weekends normally. So
are they a VTuber as well?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They are as a real person, but I think like talking to them and learning more about gender expression and sexuality is like it was really key and formative for me. So yeah, Willow's good peeps. She starts like 10 o'clock my time and then ends, I want to say like 3 or 4 ish, super late. But yeah, I think it's weird because like I've always just kind of used my model as like a clone of myself. In real life, I literally look like this. The only thing that's different is the cat ears and the tattoo placement. So
don't lie, we've seen the pictures.
Yeah. Listen, if you are on the twitter.com and you see femboy trending on a Friday, you can just thank me for it.
We do appreciate your efforts into making sure that everyone celebrates Femboy Friday properly.
Yep. And despite what Denny says, a half of a shirt is a personality.
Half of a shirt? Wait, is there a story behind that?
Oh, dude, Denny. Do you know Denny?
I don't think
Denny
so.
Callis. So Denny Callis is a long-term like RPG speedrunner. Hangs out in like the Mutski, Cord, kind of like the OG like speedrunner communities.
Sure.
And we'd cross paths. And I'm in the middle of a speedrun one day, and it was community night where I'm playing golf with 10, 12 the community members, and sub alert goes off, $5 foot long.
Yeah.
And I just hear what is it? Wearing a crop top and short shorts is not a personality. Buy a full length shirt, Benjamin. Fuck you, Denny. But nah, dude, like I love it. Like,
yeah.
And I think go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, but if you buy a full-length shirt, then we don't have the exposed abdomen. There's a flaw in this logic. Everyone knows exposed abdomens are hot and in.
Yeah, they are. Hey, but like, I never body shame anyone. Wear what you want. Clothes don't have gender. But I think like the silver lining of the pandemic is I learned to, at the ripe old age of 30, 31, to finally become comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
And like, accept like, hey, this is just kind of who I am. It's weird and it's strange sometimes and it feels a little foreign, but like it really helped me become better as like a human and just honestly as a content creator. And to be honest, VTubing was kind of part of it, like because I was able to like make my model before like I had really gotten back into exercising and eating healthy and figuring out who I was. And it's like I looked at it and designed it and I was like, you know what? That's what I want to be. And then it like slowly like kicked in as like the model was getting built. It was like, I can be that. Like there's literally the only thing that's stopping me from being this on the screen is just me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people, at least in the past like year or two, we've heard a lot more, at least then right at the beginning with VTubing, that people are using it as a way to explore not only their sexualities, but their gender expression and identity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I fucking love it. Like, and without bogging us down too far, like I think for like the trans or the pre-transition community, it's such a great tool. It is such a great tool. You can put it on screen like, hey, I'm using a female model. I identify as female. And like, it's so easy to just have that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't even count as to how many friends, but more importantly, amazing content creators that I actively get to work with, like members of my team on VT Rainbow. You know,
Yeah,
we are
absolutely.
literally a team based around empowering and representing LGBTQIA plus members and making sure that they feel represented and making sure that people know that there are people of the, as you like to put it, Rainbow Army out here doing work, you know? And that it's okay to be who you want to be. It's okay to express yourself in the light that you want to. And very much like you, I feel, even though I've been in VTubing for a year and a half now, I'm coming up on 2 years in like May, June. I feel like I'm just now, like as of January leading into now, starting to be more comfortable with myself and like understand myself a little bit more. I mean, like, I know I talked to you about it in DMs, and I don't.
Yeah.
Gender identity is a weird thing.
It is. It's scary and it's murky, and I think I find the solace in just knowing that I don't have to justify my answer to anyone.
Yeah.
Like realistically, if someone's like, so I'll preface this. Lania, who's another fellow queer content creator, like I'm from Philly, and like everything you've heard about Philly is true.
Yeah.
It's not, but like for me, like the fact that we adopted our city's hockey mascot to punch fascists and like scream trans rights from the top of like City Hall is like a very true point. Like my community where I live, like in front of me in real life, I don't tolerate people policing other people's genders or sexuality. Like, yeah, like that is it, exactly like Machina says. It's very fluid, and there's no wrong way of doing it. And if someone tells you you're doing it wrong, they're wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually kind of inspiring, and I think I actually did mention this to you, and I don't mean to like blow smoke up your ass or anything. But
I mean,
like,
you can, but I charge for that. Twitch isn't giving me ad money. Roy, I will sell you my feet pictures for $47.
I don't need your feet pics. I might know a couple people that would take them, but I'm good. However, I will say, not only with you doing VTubing as to being the first person that I saw actively being a VTuber, you were also one of the people that I saw use VTubing as a gender expression and a sexuality expression and being able to explore your own gender with it. Because I remember seeing the posts for like Femboy Friday and like when they started and everything, and I was like, oh wow, like Kyos is like embracing like the femboy side. That's great. And then I remember seeing the post of like, hey, I'm they them now, or he them, or whatever the pronouns. I know it's a they them as well, but when I saw that announcement initially, I was like, damn,
it makes sense now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And now I'm like, oh, I get it.
All of a sudden, it's like, oh wow, this is actually. Oh wait, no, that's me too.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but I am at least to the point now where I feel comfortable at least looking into it, and like at least with Roy 3.0, I'm much more leaning into like, hey, I'm gonna be wearing makeup and I'm gonna be significantly more feminine looking, and
I noticed, but you know, I'm not commenting, and I'm not letting anyone sway you find yourself, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely one of the big things. But yeah, I feel like we got off into a little bit of a tangent here.
Oh, what a surprise. Us getting off into a fucking tangent.
Imagine that. Listen, we're two VTubers. No way. Ain't no
Yeah,
shot. Ain't no
never.
shot. No, but one of the things that I did want to know about what it is that you've been up to or things that you were looking forward to doing, because obviously VTubing is more than just speedrunning. VTubing is a medium that you get to express yourself in a lot of different ways. Is there something with VTubing that you are still looking forward to doing? Because you've been in it for almost 3 years straight now. Well, I guess, you know, not straight, but you know.
Couldn't if my life depended on it, buddy.
Oh, I feel you.
My life is like a fucking exercise in horseshoe theory.
I love it. But is there something that you are working towards right now? Do you have any big goals or aspirations, something that you really, really want to do as a VTuber now still, aside from speedrunning?
I think, obviously, I want to get a run into a GDQ as a VTuber. Like, that's not something new, but it's definitely something like I want to do. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to my first day off of streaming, which will be May 14th of 2023. That'll be my first day off of streaming since December 17th of 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of happened that way. So it's like, well, I may as well just keep going. We're already here. No, but I do have a new model in the works. It's one of those things where I'm still working with the same model, and I believe Celeste did was it first or second model?
First model. Yeah, this one was Kiari.
Yeah, that's right, Kiari. So we're working together again. They're finishing up school, and I'm just like not in a tremendous rush because generally my model isn't the focus of things. But I am kind of exploring ways potentially with bringing the model further into cooking streams, which would be pretty interesting. There are ways to do it, but I think the way I'm going to have to do it is pretty wild. So I recently built a server out of an old computer, but I might be able to use that as like a network switch to be able to maybe simulcast 2 streams and funnel it down into one. So there's a lot of technical difficulty to getting that set up, but I think being able to actively integrate stuff like that would be pretty wild.
If you are looking for advice to help in that regard, I do have a friend that has done that to some success.
Yeah, I know. One of the people I was taking a look at like how they have stuff set up is also Jal.
Oh, I'm not familiar with
Jal is they did Poppy's raid video.
Oh, okay.
So like their stream is wildly interactive, by the way. If you think if you've ever been to Poppy's stream and you're like, wow, this is a lot, go look at what Jal's doing. It's it's like a fucking like a clown car pulls up into your house, kicks in the door, there's a marching band, someone's firing off cannons at the same time.
I love it.
All of the buttons on your soundboard have been smashed at once at maximum volume. Yeah, Jal is like a live stream mage, and like what's very important for me with like for me, whether it's right or wrong, I kind of take like a very hard stance. Like I don't like biting shit directly from people or being like, hey, how do you do this in your stream? And then just straight copying it. I definitely am taking inspiration and notes and ideas, but like I don't want to directly like copy stuff. But yeah, I think if like setting up something like that would be really cool. So I'll always take more information for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the person that I was thinking about was Papa Mutt.
Oh yeah, true.
Papa Mutt has done a couple cooking and/or baking streams. I saw him do one with 2 other of our friends, Red Claw and Prism. And,
yeah, I saw part of that, and I had an aneurysm.
I was dying laughing during it too. It was just, oh my goodness gracious. If any of you in chat had seen that stream, or if you still can go back and watch that stream, please do, and yell at Papa Mutt for trying to eat raw cake.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with eating raw cake. It's everything else that made me hurt on the inside.
There are a lot of, like, he's eating the cake before they put the icing on it, and I was like, just wait. Now there's a giant hole in the center. I was dying. I was dying laughing.
Listen, you know what else has a giant hole in the center, Roy?
Me.
Yeah, humans are donuts. They're basically just a giant tube.
Yeah,
from one end to the other.
A tube for, you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I normally charge extra for that, though.
I don't. I usually don't.
You know, you're gonna act that way with tax season coming. Oh yeah, dude, that's my favorite thing now. Just mention on taxes and just mention taxes on the internet, and the VTubers run scary.
Okay, here's something.
Okay. Listen.
Here is legitimately something that I've mentioned a couple times in some of my previous streams, especially around tax season, and especially now because we are in tax season. Do you want to know my hack for tax season?
Commit tax evasion? Duh.
I wish. It would be much easier than that if I didn't have to claim taxes across multiple states.
Wait, we can totally edit this in post, right?
No, we cannot.
Fuck.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to blur out your face.
Oh, good. Perfect.
No, I do pay someone to do it for me, but like, they're still like, VTubers are like, well, you know, I bought all this stuff and I want to claim it as expenses and stuff like that. And fuck keeping it as a spreadsheet. Fuck keeping physical receipts. That is
fuck physical receipts. What is this, 2007?
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people will be like, yeah, I've got like a book full of receipts like I need to go through. My hack for doing taxes, get yourself a credit card and only use that credit card for your expenses. Then at the end of the year, you print out the year history and you give it to your tax person. You say, all of this is expenses.
Yep.
That's it.
For me, just because like, and this is in general for other people as well, if you don't have access to a credit card or you have other life circumstances, but literally just email receipt your shit. Like literally every place does email receipts. I fucking promise you, you order one thing on Amazon, you get 9 fucking emails about it.
Actually,
just create a folder in your inbox that's Twitch tax stuff. That's literally what mine says. Anything that is a stream related purchase or expense, it gets drug in there, and I don't look at it until it's tax time, and then I play my favorite game, which by the way, if you're not from the US, let me explain to you how taxes work.
Oh no.
Okay, so the government, right, knows how much money you owe or they owe you. But because we're Americans, we like to be a little silly. So what we do is we play a game, right? And the government's like, okay, so guess how much you owe us.
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, you get fined and go to jail.
Yep.
And or.
It's fantastic. I absolutely
it's a great game. It's a great game.
Yeah. I love living here and panicking, so I pay a person to do it for me. That way, in case they do it wrong, I'm not liable.
Yeah. Listen, I would definitely recommend it, especially like knowing what you and me both have like different things going on, but we both have like multiple streams of income, and if it makes sense for y'all, just pay someone to fucking do it.
Yep.
The only reason I don't is because I've done my taxes for years, so like I'm kind of accustomed what to look out for and shit like that. But not everyone is a borderline CPA.
Yeah, that is a big reason I've had.
Dan's right. You know what a good accountant asks you, Dan? Well, how much do you want to pay? Dude, that's the best kind of accountant. They're like, all right, so how much you owe this much? But let's say you owe this much instead. Like, all right, sure, man, whatever.
All right, sure, let's do it. I love that.
Like you said, it's not your ass on the line. Shit.
That's what I mean. It's so much better to have somebody else handle it for you, because then it's just, hey, there was a mess up and you actually owe this much. And it's like, all right, well, you guys covered me for that much. Like, how long do I have to get? And they're like, well, you got like 6 months. And I'm like, oh,
right, cool.
Okay.
So what you're saying is you love it when other people handle your important documents and packages?
Yes, exactly. I absolutely love it when other people handle my important packages.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a favorite pastime of mine. You know, I'm becoming more and more comfortable with it as I explore my femboyanization arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you actually putting on the maid's dress?
I mean, I have been hyper open to people drawing me in maid outfits. Like, I've said it like, I think even before I started this femboyanization arc, like I was like, just draw me in a maid outfit if you want to see me in it. I'm down.
Have you gotten the femboy starter kit yet?
I don't think so.
Did you? Okay, so are you on the mailing list? It's under the greater, well, whatever city. Like me, I'm one of the elder queers of Philadelphia, like the Elder Queer Council. So I run the mailing list for the femboys and like eggs and stuff. Yeah. check with your local chapter. They might have a sign up sheet and you get like a nice little starter kit. It should be, if I recall, you get a nice pair of programmer socks, a black basic skirt, and a black like kind of long sleeve crop top hoodie with cat ears on it. And I think they're doing a promo where you also get a pound of gummy sharks.
The gummy sharks do sound good, but no, I before I even start looking into things like that, even if you were joking or not, which I'm 50-50 on whether you were joking.
Look, it's all in the delivery, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, regardless, I am still at a point in my own physical appearance where I am not comfortable changing how I dress or make myself look because of my body. Like, I want to lose more weight before I do things like that, you know?
Yep. As I said previously, clothes are for everybody.
I agree. I just want to be able to feel comfortable in them.
Yeah, no, and I definitely respect that. So like, I'm not going to pressure you into that, but always remember that if someone says, ew, why are you wearing that? The correct answer is, because I can. Fuck off. Have a great day.
I like that. That's a good one.
What are they going to do? Take your clothes off of you? Then that's just fucking weird. I mean, unless it's like what you're into, but like, certain legalities apply. And listen, I am not a lawyer. You don't pay me to be your lawyer.
Understandable.
Probably shouldn't pay me to be your lawyer.
Yep. There you go. There you go. That's the way to do it. Just become a nudist. I like that plan.
Yeah,
Though,
I mean, yeah.
You might get in trouble for that one too. You know?
Yeah, my social worker said if I do that anymore, they're going to take my puppets away.
Your puppets?
Yeah, my puppets.
What are your puppets? Huh? Where did he go?
Oh, would it be cool if I actually had puppets? So that'd be wild.
I thought you were gonna come back as like a Muppet version of yourself. I was ready.
I do have a little like scrinkly, a scrunkly version of myself that acts as like my chat TTS.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Oh, shout outs to Miss Jackie for literally revolutionizing the entirety of the VTubing scene with their little chat redeem.
Oh, with the TTS bot?
Yep.
I know it's her and Papa Mud, I feel like were the two that really like pioneered it and brought it into the limelight. Because now I see everybody doing it. Oh, yeah. It is.
Look, I took a minute because I wanted to have my own spin on it. And like with having a server and like learning more about like architecture of computer and programming and coding and stuff like that, like being able to have all of my, like that was my big thing I did is I took my OBS, blew it up, got rid of like 90% of my browser sources and just hard coded everything into my stream. So like, I don't have to worry about delay. I don't have to worry about Cloudflare. I don't need to worry about like AWS or like internet connectivity. It's just there all the time.
Yeah. I think that's the smart way to do it because there definitely are too many times where you see like a VTuber try and do something and it's like, hold on guys, it's loading. And then it's like the TTS is like 3 or 4 minutes behind the actual action or I don't know, maybe just the program doesn't work at all. I literally just had to change programs myself for channel point redeems because I don't know why it just broke. I literally couldn't explain why. Like the site just no longer works.
Oh, fabulous. Great.
And it worked for like a solid 6 months with 0 problems. So but I'm
moving
the same way.
Moving stuff locally is a cool thing. I actually learned a lot from Nico Hart. I don't know. Nico's a UK based speedrunner, but like his stream is also like built in, like his bot is coded and maintained by someone, and I think they like he has it literally on a local server, which is like you can use cruise control. I think BikuBot is also something that runs locally.
BikuBot's the big one right now. That's what Papa uses. So
yep, BikuBot, mix it up. There's a lot of really good local programs that are like multifunctional like that. I remember the early days of like Leorian board and
Leorian board is what I used initially. And then I changed to CheersBot, so it did it automatically. And CheersBot broke on me, and now I'm using Mix It Up.
Yep, Mix It Up's good. Honestly, listen, if you're anyone that spends any amount of time in front of a computer and like for work, I'd literally work it like tax expense. Just buy yourself a Stream Deck, whether you stream or not. It is honestly, it's become the most useful tool in my arsenal, like legitimately.
It's pretty great. There's nowhere else where I could like do all my zooming because I've got, hey, I can zoom here and then zoom here and then zoom here and then zoom here and then get real big and then zoom out, then zoom here, then zoom here, then zoom back to here.
Have, like,
and it's like, just
all
do
of
it.
this just going on, just all of it. Here, you want me over here? Whoa.
Exactly. Plus, you can toggle all of your expressions.
Yep. Oh, it's so handy. There we go. I'm very large and in front of you.
Large and in charge.
Listen, I mean, isn't that how everybody wants me, though? Large and in front of them? Actually, that's probably terrifying. I'm from Philadelphia. Never mind.
I've seen you there before. I've seen you there before. I can say that you are an intimidating individual.
Look, for 5'9" and on a good day, 145, I am honestly terrifying sometimes.
Absolutely true. And yes, Sharky, your Stream Deck can make you tea. If you set it up via Bluetooth to like keys and things.
Actually, I can. Yeah. I just have mine rigged to my Alexa, which is smart.
Yeah.
But like, it's so dumb. Like, I'm still hype about it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best Christmas gift ever.
That's dope. That is so dope. I'm wondering, is there maybe something in your arsenal that you feel like you're missing? Something that you really, really want to upgrade to, whether it be a program or a piece of equipment that you don't have yet that you're really hoping that you can add?
So I'm going to, this is one of my wild tangents because I'm so just out there. Does anyone remember about a month ago, Sony made this really cool announcement about a thing called a Makapi?
I don't think so.
Okay, so, yo, what up, Citrus?
Hey, Citrus! Welcome in, Raiders! I hope you're all doing fantastic today. Pull up a chair. I've got Kyoslilmonster here. We were talking about speedrunning, but now we're just talking about being two fine individuals and, you know, various topics and things of that nature. Anyway.
Upstanding, law-abiding individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. What Kyos said, Kyos definitely speaks for both of us.
Yep. Like, Arsenal-wise, like, yeah, I'd honestly need to get over, actually, it's one thing I plan on doing is getting some better, like, recording equipment for music and stop being, like, a scaredy cat about doing it.
For sure.
But, anyway. So Sony released Makapi, like Lon mentioned, about a month ago. And what they are is baseless trackers. And it's like a pack of 6.
Oh, I didn't know they were called Makapi.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a different name for it. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw this. They look dope.
They're only available in Japan until like June or July, I think.
I know a couple people pre-ordered them already. Like,
I'm going to be in Japan in May. I'll just go buy them.
Yeah!
I will just go buy them.
Because, like, we know that they are compatible with VR headsets as well.
Yep. And I guarantee if they haven't been already, I'm sure it'll be available through VC Face and VTube Studio and maybe PRPR. I'm not sure how well they keep their support up, but like,
I have no clue. But I do know with what's it called, VC Face, that it has been not great for like VR related trackers.
I think what it does do though is, and Mai from VJaga pointed out, like what it does do is it can record locally.
Mm-hmm.
Or like remotely, which is really cool because literally you can now go outside and just basically it'll track you, but throw your model on top of it. And you can literally just record it tracking you outside or literally fucking anywhere, which I think is going back to like the kind of putting an actual model in the kitchen cooking. That might be it. Like, that might be the easy answer to make it happen.
It might actually be, because if you could have it track over your body and just replace it camera-wise, I think that's going to be what it ends up being.
Which is the tricky way, because currently the only way to do it would be something like a mocap suit that's green, and then there would be a significant delay because you're going to have to render the model over top of the green screen, and like unless you're running like a very hardcore, not just one but likely 2 PC setup, you're not going to have the computational space available for that. It's just not going to happen in like real time, you know.
We're talking like you need the new 40 series at minimum to be able to compute something that fast or render something that fast, and you need a 2 PC setup. That way something is handling streaming and the other thing is handling rendering.
Yep. Which is something I started editing videos, and that's been a fucking trip. But like, boy, did you learn about what your system and its components actually do. like what you actually get your monies out of.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, shout outs to my sponsor for giving me something that lets me literally render 1080p 60 in real time.
Yeah, of course. You gotta have that nowadays. I don't do the 1080p just because Twitch is
Yeah. No, I meant like rendering video, like finished video. I still only stream at 720p 60.
Same. Yeah, I do 720p 60. I
there's
stream
no
at
reason.
that, but my canvas is 1080p.
Yep.
It's just
Always.
reduced down or scaled down to 720p.
Yep.
So
And that's honestly, don't let anyone that tells you need to stream at 1080p 60, they have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, because all you're doing is just cutting off pretty much all of your mobile audience. Anyone that watches on mobile or a tablet or a Chromecast now can effectively not watch you because most of those devices can't handle that type of signal.
especially
even
if
on
you're
decent
not a partner because there's no encoding options.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just real quick, because I do see that we did get a redeem and we do things a little bit differently here. Have you yourself done an era yet?
An era?
An era.
Yeah, I can break one out of the vault for you.
All right. So
Again, normally I charge, so I hope they're tipping you well.
well, I mean, they're using 2,500 channel points, so
That's
So-
like real money. That'll pay the bills, right?
exactly. First things first, we're gonna widen our stance. Okay.
And then you're gonna bend over.
Yes, exactly. No.
Okay.
Then you're gonna power stance. You gotta yell power stance.
Oh, power stance.
We take it, and then you give it the old. Hey, there we go. I like that. Hey, don't rush us, Raider. We're working with perfection here, okay? We're trying to make sure that everybody enjoys the show, and if you can't wait for that, you can get the fuck out. Watching you. Thanks for having my back on that one.
Got you.
Now, we were talking about computer components and things of that nature. There is something that still shocks me to this day. And I understand that not everybody is a techie. Not everybody understands some of the technology that they're using. And I kind of want to make this as a public service announcement because after I helped someone with this on their stream, I had a handful of people reach out to me in private asking me to help them with it.
Yes.
Please, for the love of God, people, check what your encoder option is on
Jesus.
OBS.
Please.
And make sure that it is set to NVENC and not X264, because X264 puts needless stress on your CPU. And NVENC is an encoder that works off of your graphics card that is literally built for video encoding. And once you make that change, you will see a night and day difference, not only in CPU usage, but what OBS can actually handle running without stuttering. Please make this change. Please, for the love of God.
That piece of advice is true for like 99.9% of the population.
Yeah.
Unless you're an absolute lunatic like me that does stupid shit with computers that you shouldn't be doing, or literally pushing your system to its breaking point in order to speedrun stuff. Yeah, output mode to OBS and simple. You don't need the OBS. You do not need advanced options. 99.9% of you will never need to touch anything. Put it to simple. If you have standard, decent 100 up, 100 down, and an NVIDIA graphics card, put it on NVENC.
Yes.
720p 60, 4500 to 6000 kbps. Start stream. Do not fucking ever touch it again. Like, ever.
I will say,
just don't.
I do advanced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're from the way back days where we had to make like literally 240p game capture look like something decent. So we had to tweak a lot of shit.
Yeah. So like I'm used to like making small tweaks here and there that might not seem like they make a difference, but at least for me on the back end of things, it makes recordings better for me. So I have to use advanced because I do a lot of local recording. Like this stream here is going to be edited down by my editor. Hello, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Will be turned into a video.
Get to work, Dan.
Oh my God, he works so hard.
What am I paying you for, Dan?
I pay him pretty well, I think. At least I hope so. I make sure to listen. I pay him when he asks to be paid. So.
Do you pay him in Trident Gum?
I do not.
Damn, that's an old reference that like 4 of us are gonna get.
I feel like I get it, but I don't remember why.
I wish I was paid in Trident Layers gum. It's a very, very old reference. Right around the time of the Scottish-Irish Starburst commercial, and I'm the young lad that loves berries and cream.
That's why I felt like I remembered it, you know?
Old, Surly, thanks for reminding me.
Oh.
I'm a young lad that loves berries and cream.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Pen, that's what I was saying, because I separate all my audio tracks. That way they can be edited down later. And Kyos and I are not on the same audio layer. Kyos can actually see that I have 4 separate audio layers going into the stream right now that then get put into one change, and then a bunch of other ones are just being recorded. So,
which is honestly the smart way to do it, to be honest. Like that's so speedrun time. I will push us back that direction.
Sure, hit me.
But like it's always very surprising when like I go to set up for a marathon, and normally the way when you're speedrunning marathons, if you've done it remotely, what happens is you're not streaming live to your channel, you're streaming to someone else's channel, or they're capturing what your OBS is doing off of a remote server. So the signal chain and the processing is different. I've always registered all of my like external capture devices as their own thing, so I can control them independently, and people are like, how the fuck do you do that?
Like,
normally we have to do like voice meter. Fuck voice meter.
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
Voice meter.
I hate it so much. I mean, like, I use the Go XLR. It made everything much easier for me. But no, I 100% agree. When I was using voice meter, I was so confused about everything. The layout is not user friendly. It is. I had to watch like 4 tutorial videos, and even then I didn't get it.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking.
I hated it.
It's fucking trash.
I hated it. Yeah. No. Go XLR makes everything easier. If you have the money for Go XLR, do it. It's worth it. Also runs a XLR mic if you have an XLR mic, like I do.
What if, I did not go XLR, but my years of live gigging and running sound, I actually have like a legitimate like metal fucking mixer. I think mine was like $150, a PV6BT.
Nice.
It's great. Yeah, it's got 3. It's like the same thing as the Go XLR without all the fanciness and the virtual audio stuff, because I made my setup so I don't need virtual audio, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
What you do about graphics card do the work? What if one currently has a bad graphics card?
It's even if it's bad, if it has NVENC, it's still gonna be better than your processor, even if your processor is amazing. It's literally like, imagine you're reading a tutorial and you have the option to read it in English or Latin, and you don't know any Latin.
Unless you're doing stuff that's like gaming stuff that's incredibly GPU intensive, it's generally recommended with streaming to let your GPU handle that, because they're designed for those processes. Now, with Roy doing local recording, that is a task that's better handled by the CPU because it's a linear process, whereas with graphics cards, they're designed to handle clusters of information at a time. And with the newer series, like the 20, 30, and 40 series, have like little chiplets in them that are specifically like the the NVENC encoder that's on the 20 and 30 series, and the 40 series and respective AMD have AV1 encoders on them, which basically is just, instead of running it through software, which is, especially for AV1 and NVENC, is just not a possibility. You want to watch your CPU explode, that's a great way to do it. But the graphics cards are designed to handle graphics and processing of.
And video encoding specifically for live streaming.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can split the load, like Kyos mentioned, between
I'm sure
live
you
stream
can
recordings.
Split the load, Roy. Tell us more.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we're talking about that one, I'm taking it all for myself. I'm greedy. It's Year of the Bun. I can do whatever I want. Anyway, so with the next model you have planned, because you did already mention that you were starting to work towards that. What big changes can you tease now? Can you tell us anything specifically that you're looking forward to changing, or any information you're looking at, I don't know, divulging now that you hadn't shared previously?
I think we're just gonna update it a little bit more to how I currently look. And Celeste was like, I hit her with the hey, so do you
want to actually take all the tattoos off my real body and put them on the model? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay. Also, we're working on 2D hand tracking and a bunch of other things. Yep.
Dang. Yeah, I know. I know 2D hand
actual-
tracking is there, but it's like
it's a lot of work and a lot of jank. But that's part of the reason why I was like, realistic. Like they were like, do you need it now? I was like, to be honest, I just want it done, and I honestly don't really care how long it takes. Like, I'm comfortable and copacetic with what I'm in. Like, and they're like, well, if we do it right, like, would you mind if I submitted it to like Live 2D for like their like I guess they do like an awards ceremony and stuff? And I was like, no, by all means, like, do your thing, take your time. This will be a learning experience for both of us, because like I'm gonna have access to a bunch of stuff like that. I'm learning about, you know, coding on the ins and outs on a few things. So it's going to definitely be like a collaborative effort.
Oh yeah,
which is the fun part. Like I don't always like being the content creator that's just like, hey, here's money, make magic happen. Like I like being not in like the, oh, I know what I'm doing, let me do it for you. Like, you know, let me do it for you. Yeah, no, like
I'm gonna play it. I've got the sound redeem. Hold on. I've got it. Here we go. I'm doing it myself. You can't stop me.
Other Kyo has a Borzoi, and it's so good.
If it actually plays now, I'm actually not sure why it wouldn't, or if it's just taking forever.
Listen,
I guess it just broke. There it is.
There it is.
Just the one.
Just one.
Hey, there's a second one. Perfect. Thank you.
There we go. You just needed to kick it into action.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, like that's like I want to be a part of that like learning process and testing and like working on it. So I don't know. I've just taken like a really hands-on approach with life the past like year or so, and to be honest, I kind of like what's come of it. Like I've picked up so many ridiculous new skills, like working on 3D printing in different materials. I built a server. I've just like, yeah, well, I started working with resin now. I started working, like I actually have a 3D model. It's just I don't use it all the time.
I feel bad. So. I have not once used my 3D model for streaming. I only use it for VR chat.
Hey, look, it's still getting used.
Yeah, it's true, because I do still use it in VR chat. And initially I did want to use it for streams, but like my interests changed because So this is where I was talking to you, I think, before, and this kind of brings us back to the conversation about self-discovery.
Yes.
When I first got into VTubing,
did you find your dedicated meow button, Roy?
No. The opposite of that.
Oh, well, as a femboy, you're gonna get one.
Oh my god!
So you can install it if you want. You can have a friend install it. Or you can just like put it somewhere safe. You know, you don't want anyone finding that one.
I'll be sure to tell them exactly where to find it.
It's in your butt.
Exactly. Well, maybe. No, but seriously, when I first got into VTubing, because I had just come off of speedrunning, I wasn't really used to community. Yeah. Like, because like speedrunning communities are not like, it's not like VTubing. Like, not all of the VTubing, I know, like, not all the VTubing communities talk to each other.
Yes,
but
that
like,
is very much true.
Speedrunning is even more segmented. And like, even then, you could speedrun the same game as 5 other people and none of you could be talking to each other.
Yep. It's happened more than once.
Oh, yeah. But like, in that sense, when I transitioned over into VTubing, because of my own pre-misconceptions and some of the people that I was exposed to early on, I made assumptions about how the VTubing community acted in very much a lewd way, or a lewd tuber sense.
Yeah.
And because of that, I made some very poor decisions and acted very poorly towards friends of mine. And luckily, I rectified those situations and made sure that, I apologized for them, and we've moved on and we're still friends and, good in that sense. But in that same way,
happens.
Yeah, of course. But in the same way, just when that happened, I fell into like a bit of an identity crisis, because I was like, damn, I thought this is like what VTubing was supposed to be. Then I opened the cafe and started being lewd again after taking like a 2 or 3 month shy away from it. And then I hit partner and I was like, oh, these TikTok comments are being really mean about how I'm being lewd with my guests and everything like that. And I started feeling guilty, which was stupid, about being lewd and all of these things. So then like August through maybe November, December, I was like, okay, I don't want to be lewd anymore. So I started shying away from it again. And now it's like January, and where I said I was like exploring my own gender and sexuality and things like that. Now I'm like, you know what? I don't care, because I'm just going to be me. I'm still going to be respectful of boundaries.
Yeah. And I mean, like, listen, Chad, I don't know what Roy tells you around here, but there's like the way Roy conducts this stuff on the back end, like, one, if you're going to have people on your stream, you should always kind of at least know them first, or at least have spent some time with them. So like you understand where each other are. And like Roy and I have known each other for years. So like we already kind of know where our boundaries are established and such. But Roy still gave me like a questionnaire, like, hey, is there anything you want to avoid? And it's honestly a good practice that I learned and started doing back in like when I started doing D&D and stuff. Like, there's always, no matter what in life, there should always be some form of consent and control, okay?
Yes.
Safe, sane, and consensual. You got to have at least two of those.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. It's just definitely been a learning process, because I see Lania like mentioning it in chat, like, my guy, just be you and run towards yourself. I wish it were that easy, because like sometimes it's not, because like sometimes you think you are somebody, or you think you are a certain way. So you start moving in that direction, and it's not until you're like waist deep in that water that you realize that you don't want to be that person, or that you don't want to be that way or interact with the people that are on that side. And then you start wading your way out, and you get like up to the ankle way of water, and you realize, no, wait, I do want to be that way. And it's a constant questioning of yourself and exploring. It's the same thing like how initially, like when I got into VTubing, I was like, I'm just gonna be me, and I transitioned into like this more characterized style. Like, hey, I'm a barista, but now I'm like, no, I'm gonna use this to explore my feminine side, and that's what I'm doing next.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking tool, my dude.
It is a fucking yes.
It's
It's definitely
too.
dicks. True and factual.
Yep. Dicks are stored in the balls.
Oh my god, dicks are stored in the balls?
Well, yeah.
Oh my god. Don't give them their secrets. Don't give them our secrets, okay? They can't know.
Listen, how do you think I make that dress look so good and seamless?
You know what? Tucking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's magical. Shoutouts to Predator Rat.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Predator Rat.
Okay, you know what? Fair. Where's P kept then? Also in the balls.
Yeah, everything is stored in the balls.
Yes, absolutely.
It's interdimensional portals. Hello, Ondor. Remind me to send you Predator Rat. That's a great resource.
Oh, I for sure will. Hey, Ash! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Roy. My buddy Bree is a VTuber specializing in voice acting and announcing this cafe called the Cup of Dusk, where I bring in various VTubers from around the internet. We do a little improv sketch comedy. But more importantly, I'm joined by the fastest cat boy on Twitch. It's Kyoslilmonster!
Hi.
There you go. You heard it here first. It was a fast, astute, and astoundingly incredibly fast. Hi.
Hello.
That's all there was to it.
Hello. Thanks for the raid, friends. Hope you had a good night tonight.
Welcome
it's a double!
Oh, double raid! I have to give another intro. You know, it's just the rules. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Roy. My buddy Reese, a VTuber specializing in voice acting and housing this cafe called the Cup of Dusk, where I bring in various VTubers around the internet with a little improv sketch comedy. More importantly, I'm joined by the fastest cat boy on Twitch. It's Kyoslilmonster!
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. We had a great night tonight. Thanks so much.
Yes, welcome in. Hope you're all having a fantastic
night. Come on down. Welcome to the cafe.
Goodness. I hate it here. Emmy and Ash, how are your streams? I hope you both had an amazing stream. What were you up to? You gotta let me know in the comments, in the chat. OMG double raid. Listen, it happens from time to time. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, roll with the... Nobody did a sound.
Bunches. Honey bunches of oats.
Honey bunches of oats. Yes, that's exactly where I was going. Yes, 100%.
I love honey bunches of oats. I don't give a shit if that makes me old.
With almonds.
Oh, God, yeah. You know what's great? Oatmeal raisin cookies.
I'm still iffy on them, because, like, I feel like the majority of the time that I have them, people make them and they're like, oh, it's oatmeal raisin. They're not supposed to be, like, sweet or, like, taste good. So they literally just take oatmeal and raisins. And I'm like, This is boring as shit. I don't want to just have like plain oatmeal with no salt, no sugar, no like any other like, spices or anything in it.
You're not putting like cayenne in your oatmeal raisin cookie?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta put something in there.
Get out of the kitchen. Get out of my kitchen.
Oh my gosh. There's no cereal shame. Never. We'll never shame cereal in this house. I think. Probably. You know. How do you talk fast? A lot of practice. A lot of D&D. Playing idiots. You know.
A lot of speed running.
A lot of speed running too.
Talking.
Speedrunning and talking because you feel like you have to speedrun the conversation that you're having. Thank you to both. You change your 720p output. Yeah, 1080p output is just...
There we go! That's what we said!
It's just unnecessary unless the quality of the content that you're doing is like maybe IRL footage and you really want to show that difference. Even then, it's like, unless you're a partner, it's not worth it.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, Rick, there are definitely a lot of like vocal exercises you can do, and I don't really dabble too much in like voice acting on the level of Roy, but you know, there's a lot of things you can do to change your voice around, and you know, a lot of it's about projection and timing, and you know, really thinking about where your voice comes from and controlling it.
Yep. You can use your voice in a lot of different places. I won't use mine too much in the high or low register like Kyos was doing, but you will be able to find as you speak more and you improv more or act as a character more that you realize where your comfort zones are. So obviously this is my comfort in normal speaking tone. I can slow it down a little bit and sound a little bit more maybe regal, have a little bit more rasp on the end of it. I can do maybe a little bit more villainous. And then, you know, there's the, you know, the shy, nervous anime protagonist boy. But what matters is that you know where your comfort zones are. All of those inflections of my voice are all within my comfort range. I won't go higher or lower than those unless I'm doing like dumb character voices. But generally, those are the voices that I'll stay within, because I can act well within those, especially with voice acting. The most important part of voice acting is acting.
Yep. And having control over it.
Yeah.
No one wants to sit in a booth and do fucking 89 takes. I enjoy being a 2-take Tony. Fucking 1, 2. All right, those are good enough.
There you
Get
go.
the fuck out. Studio time is expensive, kids.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the easier that you are to work with in that sense and adjust, the better. But even for streaming, you know, I've been working on VA myself though. I just recorded my my demo reel last Friday.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. So, and I start taking classes next Thursday. So
oh, you're doing them with Joe?
Joe Mama?
No, I know there's like there was a fairly well-known voice actor, Joe Ziega, I think, was talking about hosting a class recently.
It's not with them unless they're running this course. No, I'm doing with on the mic training, which is just
nice.
Over Zoom training calls. But I am setting up courses with Richard Horvitz, who is the voice of Invader Zim.
Yeah.
So I am very much looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to growing as a voice actor and things of that nature. I can tell you, though, voice acting practice is expensive. But remember this, it is a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
It is a tax write-off, so make sure that you you put it on the proper cards.
listen, specialty training in anything. Never told me that I've been sexier than when I come back in from working on my motorcycle with my hands. She's never said it once, but do I imagine she does? Yes, all the time.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. Or imagine. Or think.
Or, yeah.
I think.
But listen.
Yeah. Adora, what the hell are you talking about? Hexagons or bestagons? Huh?
I have hexagons.
Maybe that's what
I
she's
have many
talking about.
Maybe. I definitely enjoy this outfit. I actually commissioned someone to make it in real life, so I literally can just go as myself to conventions and stuff.
I've seen it.
It's pretty fun.
I saw the arcade photo shoot that you did.
Oh god, that was so fun.
It's so cool. Okay, it's so freaking cool. I've seen a lot of the photo shoots that you've done, because like the Zhao photo shoots looked great. The Kuja ones looked really good.
The Kuju one was fun. The Zhao one was absolute dog shit because I fell into a creek, smashed my 3D printed spear, and just was soaked the entire day. But I had a really good grilled cheese afterward.
Hey, there you go. You know what they say? Good grilled cheese can save the day. Maybe.
Good mac and cheese, too.
Good mac and cheese, too?
Yeah.
Good cheesy treats can save the day. So don't be lactose intolerant. Don't lactose, okay?
Don't fucking kink shame me.
I'm not kink shaming you. I'm just telling you to accept milk.
Roy, we don't kink shame here. We kink ask why.
Take milk.
This reminds me of like I'll DM. So we'll loop back to Poppy. My favorite part of the week is like Femboy Friday.
Sure.
He's like I'll always catch him on something. Like he'll make like a tweet, and I'll just DM him some dumb shit, and I'll just get, God fucking damn it, I hate you.
That sounds like Poppy. That sounds like a Poppy response.
It's my favorite part of life.
There are a couple of times that I've hung out with him in VR chat, and it's like he'll say something to me that definitely he intended to like fluster me.
Yeah.
And I'll say something that's really off the cuff back. And he's like, God fucking damn it.
Dude, I love it. It's always something like, oh, my back hurts. I'm like, yeah, you've been trying to tell me you're going to do that to me. Where you been, dog? Damn it, I hate you. Go away. Go away. Stop talking to me, Kyo.
That part comes. Fine. That part comes after dark.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you have?
Feminine Ara. I mean,
did someone ask for that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, sure. There you go. You guys got one for free.
First one's free.
For free.
Look, everybody gets one, according to Spider-Man.
According to Spider-Man. It's true. Now, aside from Ara-Aras and your upcoming Kyos 3.0, do you have anything big coming in the future? It could be maybe a speedrun event marathon. It could be a charity event. Anything you got going on?
You want me to talk about it? All right.
I want you to talk about what you have coming up and plug your shit.
Okay. So we were supposed to talk about speedrunning, but Roy and I cannot be contained. It's like two chaos molecules smashed into it.
Thanks for better content.
Yeah, exactly. If you do actually want to learn about speedrunning, and in a really cool and receptive non-pressure environment, I'm not saying non-pressure to like exclude anything, but there is basically a giant community showcase. It's not for charity. It's not raising money for anything. It's just a bunch of RPG speedrunners are going to be getting together on RPG Limit Break starting the 30th and going until, I believe, let me triple check, the 5th of February, running a lot of cool RPGs, myself included. So that's going to be a good time. Pull some of the games list. We got Atelier Ryza, Legend of Dragoon, Valkyria Chronicles, Soul Hackers, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Nice.
I think Surly's going to be there. Surly's running Baldur's Gate. But yeah, that's like one of the big things we have going on. What else? Personal plugs. I might be doing a charity, like a charity event for a local organization that I actually use a lot that focuses on mental health and job training services and skill sets for veterans and people in active recovery in a couple of months. So that'll be cool. It's actually where I actually started like doing yoga, and I guess I'm getting acupuncture for the first time at the end of the month, which is kind of weird considering I'm like covered in tattoos, but I'm like mildly apprehensive about it. Like, I don't know if there's a good idea after being stabbed by billions of needles.
I was gonna say there's a difference between like the rapid stab to leave ink and stabbing and leaving it.
Yeah, but they're really small.
Yeah,
really small.
Yeah, of course.
Like my mom always told me, it's not the size of the needle, it's how you use it. She was talking about sewing, Roy.
Sure, absolutely. Wow, look at the time. That's definitely something that we could end on. Kyos, I want to say thank you so much for coming and talking about all the fun stuff that you have planned. I wish you the best of luck. And you said it was RPG Limit Break, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wish you the best of luck with RPG Limit Break. I wish you the best of luck with this event you have coming up for the mental health organization that you're going to be working with, and I just hope everything goes great with Kyos 3.0 as well.
Yeah, you too. I'm excited. I'm excited for the continuation of your journey.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I'm glad that we have been able to stay friends, and then reconnect as I got more into VTubing.
Listen, we'll have to do it more than once every other year or whatever.
Something like that. Otherwise, people will get suspicious.
We might be the same person.
You know what? It's true. We haven't been caught in the same room very often. But guys, if you want to check out Kyos, please check out !collab. You'll be got a link to his Twitch and his Twitter page. Kyos, when is the next time that you are streaming?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. There you go.
Tomorrow.
What are you gonna be doing tomorrow?
15 Shakedown.
Nice.
I'm working on the Crisis Core reunion, and then probably Forspoken and Yakuza 5.
Nice.
Somewhat longer stream tomorrow.
Sounds like a fun time. Well, guys, if you want to check any of that, be sure to check out Kyos' Twitch page, or if you want to check updates and some of his fun pictures that he posts for Femboy Fridays, check out his Twitter. Yeah. In the meantime, guys, we're going to go ahead and raid Cultist Zolon, who is doing his first ever subathon. So let's go give him some hype and some love. He's playing Choo Choo Charles right now, and he has a tweet on stream that says, I want Choo Choo Charles to choo-choo my asshole, ooh woo.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I mean,
subathon tweets, you know.
I mean, listen, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum.
We ain't yucking no yums. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow. We're trying, and next week, every Thursday and Friday from here on are going to be early streams. So check me tomorrow at 12 p.m. CST. We're going to see how we do. We're going to be playing the all-new Dead Space remake. I'm really excited to be playing it, so you're not going to miss it. It's going to be a blast. I'll see you guys then, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye!